You were taught that being a good person would make life easier. That kindness would be rewarded. That honesty would protect you. That if you treated people well, they would treat you well in return. But somewhere along the way, something strange happened. You noticed that the more patient you became, the more people tested your patience. The more forgiving you were, the more people repeated the same mistakes. The more generous you became, the more people expected from you, without giving anything back. And slowly, a quiet question began to form in your mind. Is being a good person actually making my life harder? This is the paradox no one prepares you for. Because the world praises goodness, but it often rewards strength. And sometimes, the kindest person in the room is also the most misunderstood, the most taken for granted, and the most alone. From childhood, you were given a simple formula. Be good, be kind, be honest, be patient, and everything will work out. But real life is not a fairy tale. Real life is a system of power, boundaries, and consequences. Being a good person does not automatically protect you. In fact, sometimes it makes you a target. Not because goodness is weak, but because goodness without boundaries looks like weakness. There is a painful truth many people discover too late. Good people are often the easiest to exploit. They say yes when they want to say no. They forgive when they should walk away. They stay silent when they should speak, and the world notices. Not consciously, not maliciously, but instinctively. People test limits. And if there are no limits, they keep pushing. You might have noticed this pattern in your own life. You help someone once, then twice, then 10 times, and suddenly your kindness is no longer appreciated. It becomes expected. What was once generosity turns into obligation. This is the emotional trap of goodness. Because good people often believe, if I just try harder, things will improve. So you give more time, more energy, more patience, until one day you realize something terrifying. You are exhausted, and no one noticed. Not because people are evil, but because people adapt to what you allow. The paradox is this: the better you are to others, the more they rely on you. And the more they rely on you, the less they respect your limits. There is a difference between kindness and compliance. Kindness is strength. Compliance is surrender. But many good people confuse the two. You avoid conflict. You keep the peace. You tolerate behavior that hurts you, because you believe that patience is virtue. And it is. But patience without boundaries is self-neglect. You start to feel invisible, undervalued, drained, yet you keep smiling because you don't want to disappoint anyone. And slowly, something inside you begins to change. Resentment grows, silently, quietly, dangerously, not because you are selfish, but because you have been giving more than you receive. Here is a truth that can be uncomfortable. People respect those who protect their boundaries, not those who sacrifice themselves endlessly. Think about the people you admire. They are not cruel. They are not selfish. But they are firm. They say no without guilt. They walk away when necessary. They protect their time and energy. And because of that, others treat them differently. Not better, but more carefully. Because boundaries send a message. My kindness is a gift, not a guarantee. Without boundaries, kindness becomes predictable. And predictable kindness becomes invisible. Many people stay trapped in this paradox because of one powerful fear: the fear of being seen as a bad person. You worry that saying no will make you selfish, that setting boundaries will make you rude, that walking away will make you heartless. So you stay, you tolerate, you endure. But here is the truth. Protecting yourself does not make you unkind. It makes you responsible. Because when you constantly sacrifice your needs, you teach others to ignore them too. And over time, you lose something precious: your sense of self. Being a good person is not about pleasing everyone. It is not about endless forgiveness. It is not about constant sacrifice. A truly good person knows when to stop. They help others without abandoning themselves. They show compassion without tolerating disrespect. They love deeply without losing their dignity. Because goodness is not weakness. Goodness is strength, guided by wisdom. And wisdom knows this. You cannot pour from an empty cup. The paradox of being a good person is not that goodness is wrong. It is that goodness alone is not enough. You need boundaries. You need courage. You need self-respect. Because the world does not reward those who suffer silently. It rewards those who stand firmly. So if you have been feeling tired, overlooked, taken for granted, this is your reminder. You do not have to stop being kind. You do not have to become cold. You do not have to change your heart. You simply have to protect it. Because the strongest good people are not the ones who give endlessly. They are the ones who know when to give, when to walk away, and when to choose themselves. And that is not selfish. That is wisdom. Have you ever felt taken for granted because you were too kind? Type yes if you relate. And if this message helped you see things differently, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because here we talk about the psychology behind behavior, emotions, and relationships. Your understanding of people is about to change.